Innistrad Midnight Hunt is approaching, and you can become a part of the pack. All pre-orders for Innistrad Midnight Hunt products will come with an all-new exclusive Covert Go Blue Wolf token. Every single sealed product, commander deck, bundle, everything that's coming with the new set gets upgraded with a CGB token for free. Get your pre-orders in and join the Midnight Hunt. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Hello, and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, your typical control mage who loves to draw cards and get value. And there's no better way to draw cards and get value than to play blue. Oh, wait a minute. It's not like 2002 anymore. Okay, okay. How about black? Oh no, all that black does now is like kill stuff and pay life to do it. What color is drawing cards now? There's got to be one, right? Green? Get the heck out of here. Okay, we're gonna play green. Green Valuegasm, Green Endless Valuetron, Green Value Town. Basically, when every card in your deck gets you more than the sum of its parts, when every body does more than just be a body, it's card advantage. And green is now the card advantage epicenter of Magic the Gathering because Wizards has no respect for the color pie. What did Ancestral Recall do? Draw 3 cards. What does Giant Growth do? +3/+3. That's the color pie. It should never change. It was perfectly fine and balanced the way it was. But whatever, now green draws cards all the time. So mono green. I keep seeing the same mono green list, you guys. Mono green got some sweet cards with the new set, and I keep on seeing the 2022 list. So let me try to help you guys out and show you the future of green. While green can be very aggressive, and it can continue to play like an aggro deck in a lot of spots, it can now win when it's on the draw. It can now win when it's behind, because it can gain value at every single spot in the curve. Green has the best of so many things. Let's get into it. In the 1-drops, Jaspera Sentinel, Blizzard Brawl. Blizzard Brawl, arguably best removal spell. Given that you can have the Snowlands, a little bit of a bonus, and a body to use with it, which isn't hard for this deck, like, this card is an absolute house, and it is really the only thing that green lacks usually is solid removal. This is arguably the best removal. So 4 copies. Jaspera Sentinel. No, it doesn't draw a card, but first of all, Hidden Reach is a big deal, as flying is usually a green weakness, and ramping mana. If you have mana to use all these extra cards and deploy them, you're going to be better off than somebody who doesn't. Outland Liberator. This is a new card, a human werewolf, and this has Daybound and Nightbound, and you've probably learned something about that by now. But when you sacrifice the Liberator, destroy target artifact or enchantment, on the night side, whenever the Trapbreaker attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls. So a little out to artifacts and enchantments, getting a little resiliency in the list, all in the form of a solid 2-drop. It's not exactly card advantage, but it can be on the backside if it attacks and kills anything, and this deck is not bad at attacking when it wants to because of Ranger class. The next card, which is a value machine, you get a 2/2 wolf, you get this +1/+1 effect on all attacks, and for 4 mana you get to start playing creatures off the top of your library. As soon as you play something from the top of your library instead of from your hand, you gained a card. That's how the card advantage works on Ranger class. Werewolf Pack Leader. Oh yeah, we just had to throw draw a card on this sucker. You know this one by now, but still amazingly sweet, and probably the best 2-drop in the game at the moment. And then we've got 4 copies of a new card, Briarbridge Tracker in the 3 spot, 2 and a green. What you get here, you get a clue, and you get a 4/3 vigilance until you don't control token anymore. Then you only have a 2/3 vigilance. The thing is, you'll sack the clue later, and this kind of here's a body and you get to draw a card later thing is really sweet, and it also has synergy with a lot of things in the deck. It has what I would call hidden synergy. This is a card that on paper isn't exciting, and then you play with it and you're like, oh, that's actually really nice and convenient. Let me give you an example. With Jaspera Sentinel, you can attack with the Briarbridge Tracker and then use it for mana with the Sentinel. Really convenient, pretty freaking sweet, with because of the Vigilance. Another cool thing with Vigilance, you can attack with it, put a counter on it with your level 2 of Ranger class, and then block with it. just having a vigilance threat to be able to continue aggression without actually losing resources to defend your board, your life total, and your planeswalker, which we're getting to, is really freaking sweet. Here's another little piece of synergy. You make a clue. That's a token. You know what copies tokens? Isika's Chariot. Now Isika's Chariot can literally draw you cards by copying the clue tokens from Briarbridge Tracker. And the tracker has the stats to crew the Chariot, the 4 power. It's awesome. Isika's Chariot, of course, in the deck for so many reasons. It now can make more copies of tokens than any time before. You actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of tokens that you can generate with this deck alone to copy with the Chariot. And there are different and great times for all of them. What are those tokens, you may ask? Well, it makes cats. So you can do that. Old Growth Troll, who's still in the deck and you know very well, makes kind of backup troll token. You can copy that. You can copy the clue and you can copy the wolf token. But you can also copy the Tree Folk token. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first video I've done playing Ren and 7. And I didn't have to play with it much. I've watched I've watched a lot of Twitch. I've now crafted my 4 copies and I've played this deck a little. This is the best Planeswalker in Standard. And I don't think it's close. This card is amazing, an absolute game ender. The -3 making a Tree Folk token with Reach is amazingly sweet, and the Reach creature just scales turn after turn, and Ren finds you more and more lands to scale it turn after turn, and it's a token. So you copy it with the Chariot. The curve of Isika's Chariot, and the next turn play Ren and 7, make a Tree Folk token, attack with a Chariot, and copy it. It's borderline unbeatable. You saw me struggle against it when I played a deck yesterday. Like, it's unbelievable. The -8, I haven't really made happen yet. The 0, I've used once. Really, it's -3 or +1. But this is the only Planeswalker that, to me, fits the mold of you have to kill it the turn after it comes down or it runs away with the game. Because if you untap the next turn, they've got this giant Tree Folk, and the +1 just makes it bigger, and then they're only 1 turn away from hitting that -3 button again. If they hit that -3 button again and they have 2 Tree Folk, it's so hard to beat. I'm telling you, green gets it all. Now they have the best Planeswalker, the best vehicle, the best card draw, the best 2-drop, probably the best 3-drop in decks that can afford to cast it, but perfectly serviceable if they don't. The best class, the only 1-mana ramper. It's insane. 2 Field of Ruins to try to combat opponents' creature lands, as well as Book of Exalted Deeds, which is not banned in this format. And it also actually pairs really well with Blizzard Brawl because it goes and gets you the Snow-Covered Forest, and it's usually the 3rd one because you activate on turn 3. So you still get to Brawl, whereas Haven sometimes can mess up your mana. So that's what's going on with Field of Ruin in the mana base. Not sure if it's right. Maybe it should just all be forest to make sure that you troll on time, because God knows sometimes I draw those 2 of my 4 basic lands in my 26 land deck, and I don't draw another. You know, it happens. Anyway, the deck, endless value. Every single card, way better than it should be on the curve. Just play them and win. But it's good old mid-range magic, and you're going to love it. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. All right, on the draw, hard mode. The troll might not even come down on 3, but we have a pair of 2-drops. And our opponent opens on a Mammoth, so they might also be playing green. This often comes down to who's on the play and who has Blizzard Brawls and who draws land. So right away, we're going to play a pack leader. And if the opponent spends their turn leveling Ranger's class, we'll take a trade. Just trade off wherever you can. Your deck is all value. Hope that they run out of stuff. Might be hard when they're also playing green. But you do start up 1 card from being on the draw. There's a troll. Nothing else. Okay. I will also troll. Well, if we can trade off trolls, or if our troll dies, we get Ren and 7 next turn, which could be excellent. Ah, here comes the brawl. So, of course. They were missing the Snowland, though, so that this does not have Indestructible. So they are missing a land. That's pretty big. Do they know? I don't know if they know. Maybe they thought that was indestructible. Or maybe they want the mana. Yeah, they had a tapped land. Okay. All right. Tree folk. Hope they don't have another Blizzard Brawl. I guess the Blizzard Brawl doesn't work unless I have another way to grow this another one without getting into combat. All right, let's see Ren and 7 put on a show here. We may have gone second, but we got the first Planeswalker. They have a Chariot. Can I borrow that? I'd really like it. We could use the 0 to put 2 lands onto the battlefield and make this a 6/6. And since we didn't actually hit any lands... Oh, lands, you're never around when I need you. Alright, so the key here is to not be too aggressive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can play it all, so let's just get everything down. We do not want to be very aggressive. Just want to hide behind Ren and 7 and gain more and more value and play more and more cards. And make the opponent figure out how to get through us. Oh, all right, they run Toski. So we definitely are incentivized now to gum up the board. But they're not going to attack with everything here, right? Also, what level is this? Hello? It is level 2? Okay. So they're going to 5/5 because they think that this is a trade they want to make, but I'm going to offer them this instead. I'm going to offer them this instead. Oh, hello. Alright, so we can make another Tree Folk right now with Ren and 7. But I think that we can hide behind this one for at least another turn and get more value out of this card. Yay, lands. So we could level the Ranger class, but that only pays us for attacking, which we don't really want to do. Here we can power up Haven. So let's pass the turn. We can also make this into a troll on end step. The class, the class. There's so many classes. I'd feel so nice if I just had a flashback card that fit into this deck that I liked. I just don't think any of them are as good as the other cards in the deck. I mean, if you're only attacking with Toski, that feels good. Roar! Get him, Tree Folk. If they Blizzard Brawl the token, that's annoying, but fine. What I need to do is draw a Blizzard Brawl. If I draw a Blizzard Brawl with this Chariot, I'm going to be so happy. Because right now, our Chariot's only going to get in one time. Alright, troll up. Gotta watch out when you have the Tree Folk, because it does shrink the Tree Folk. But I think it's worth it. Alright, who wants to crew this? I guess the troll token can crew this. And now we can level this. Might as well get a little extra out of this attack. Copy Tree Folk. Feels good. Free Tree Folk. I bet our opponent's looking at all this like that looks like a good idea. They don't have any new cards, from what I can tell. But green found a way to be the bigger mid-range deck with just one card, and it's Ren and 7, baby. Alright, we can level the Ranger class, but I think we just chill. We'll get there. It looks like we'll have plenty of land and not much to do with it, so Ranger class will get there. We want to make sure the opponent doesn't get any value off these Toskies. All right, they do have a new card. They have the tracker. Good for them. I don't know if you want to play that as a land right now. You might get overwhelmed on the board the way things are looking. Their plan is to put enough counters on Indestructible Toski to eventually get there. What do you think their last card is? Is it another land? All right, another 4/4? Or do we keep these growing? Let's keep these growing. Yeah, let's keep these monsters growing. Oh, baby. Yay, another land. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures. What do we want to block with? This will make another tree folk, so that's 1. This can be, I guess, 2 good blocks, like 1 for the Toski and then others for the opponent's good. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This doesn't really want to block though. Bad trade. I guess the Haven can be 6. Do I have enough for that? No. All right, so it'll be like a cat. Anyway, what I'm trying to put together is how much to attack with. And I think I have come to the conclusion that this is the answer. Put a counter on the wolves. Get an extra card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tempting to give this thing trample. It's a lot of mana, though. Let's see how many blocks they make. So now they're going to have 4 creatures, and I'm going to have tree folk, cat. Sure, we can do this. Always go blue. Do you like trees? I mean, you're a green mage. You gotta love trees.
The trees are mighty.
Yeah, that's how it feels when you're stacked up against Ren and 7. That's how it feels. It's scoop worthy. Okay, no 2-drop is awkward, but I don't think we can get rid of the hand. The double Field of Ruin is really bad. And we're gonna see here if these should have been Faceless Havens. But I guess like the Field of Ruin be able to turn green if we get a land to blow up. Might be nice. Arc Priest, all right. Very awkward, very awkward. Looks like we have to fight Party. Party's pretty tough. Because they can, you know, when they assemble their party, which we're not great at stopping them from doing, they can definitely do better. They can definitely do a better board than we can. Right, Blizzard Brawl still not online here, but we've got a nice big Vigilant threat. We should test and see if they run basics. A lot of party decks don't. So let's see what they do this turn. I mean, they've got their 3 colors. They drew Tron. They've got bears. But this is their only shapeshifter, so we need to fight this. Yeah, we're not blocking. We need to fight this shapeshifter before the bears make it good. We need to activate the Field of Ruin to get another snowland. And let's see if they've got... We want to make it so they don't want another blue, so let's go after their green? Or their white. They're white because of that guy. What is it? The warrior who makes a bunch of warriors. You know the one. It doesn't matter. Party leader. That's what it should be called. The good card that gives them all indestructible. Yes, no basic land. We got him, chat. All right, Blizzard Brawl. Let's get fighting. You fight you. Down. So we have 2 mana potentially. We can use the clue to draw a card, but that will shrink our tracker, but then we can play another one. So let's attack with our Vigilant Critter this turn. Let's say go to our opponent and see what they do, but I think I'm just going to draw a card. Hopefully their mana sucks now. I want to save the Brawl for something else. Please don't have a new white source. Please. Son of a... Okay, we got another field, and it's on the field, and we know their weakness, so it's going to be fine. No blocks. All right. Draw with the clue. Green card draw, baby. So good. All right, we play another one. It does the thing. Let's go right after this, though. Let's attack first and then play a troll. I actually think that's a little better here than playing another tracker. It accelerates our mana if we trade and it's bigger than the Paragon. Ladies and gentlemen, it is no longer safe to go without basics. Let this be an announcement to the party deck. If you just thought you were gonna run your deck in your 2022 standard deck in the new standard, I got a rude awakening for you. Okay. Well, we've definitely bought ourselves enough time that it really paid off here. I mean, what good is a party deck without a party, right? So how much would a Consecrated Defense make me pay? 1, 2, 3? Then we shouldn't play into it. Let's just be aggressive, get them to spend mana on their turn, and then play the Blizzard Brawls. Vigilance on the tracker is so nice. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Like, it works with Sentinel. It's really great with Ranger class, because you get that +1/+1 counter, and you can still play defense. Like, it's so good. It's one of those keywords that's... you don't think about much in spoiler season, or the first time you read the card, you're like, that's nice, but you're reading all the other text. But really, Vigilance, having a Vigilance card to go with kind of the attacking incentives of the deck and the mana production incentives of untapped creatures in the deck, it makes a huge difference. That's who I was talking about. That's the squad commander. We're gonna kill that squad commander. That squad commander's going down. Kill him. Dead as a doornail. That's what we're going for here. Party has been canceled. Ooh, on the draw with a Ranger class and a Ren and 7. I guess on turn 3 we can level class fight. Maybe that's good enough to take us to Ren and 7. I guess the whole hand is a curve outside of the 1-drop. Still feels really slow, but Ranger class occupies a lot of mana. Okay. All right. Don't love it. Don't love it. But I hate being on the draw. I'm already, like, in my mind just picturing all the ways that the opponent's going to stomp me into the ground. Root Coil Creeper? Okay. Ooh. Are you the play? Are you the play? Let's go. It can fight its way through the turtle if they have a perfect curve into the turtle. So this taps for 1 mana of any color, 2 mana of any color if you cast a spell from the graveyard, and you can get a card with flashback you own in exile returned to your hand. So on the play and you ramp to 4. Huge advantage. Let's see what they do with it. Ramp some more. Yeah, we're dead. The one thing that we fear, the one thing that we truly fear is when an opponent going over the top and making our card advantage less relevant. Gosh, do I play the troll or do I brawl this thing and slow down their ramp? I probably slow down their ramp. Okay, they have to cast Sciences, so maybe they don't have a ton of lands. But maybe they do. Another creeper. Okay. It's looking bad. Is not good. Play a troll, level ranger class. Troll. They're not going to trade here. We've got to have the bodies. We've got to deal the damage. There's really no good way. But yeah, this has got to be our hardest matchup. And on the draw. It's got to be the hardest thing we could play.
We prefer not to fight, but we also will not hold back.
Red 7. Ugh. Are you thinking about plussing this? I think they are. Yeah. Nope. We ain't doing that. Okay, well, I'm on red and 7 detail myself. We have to attack this and get rid of it, or else it's gonna get them lands and it's gonna make more tree folk. So we are attacking here. Our opponent will probably block the troll, which I guess ramps us. See, if we attack with both of these, we can activate this one if it blocks here, and we deramp them and we kill this. This is tough, actually. We could also throw them a free wolf by attacking face. Okay. And maybe they'll go for it. Sentinel, actually a pretty good filler. No blocks at all. Bizarre. Bizarre. My turn. But we're the Wren that's on the draw, so we really need, and I mean we really need our opponent to miss this land drop. They hit it. No. Oh, Alrund's Epiphany, and they're gonna have the bigger tree folk. It's over. It's over. Yeah, you can have the Wren. Yeah, this is Alrund's Epiphany. 100,000,000%. And the question, of course, with Alrund's Epiphany isn't if they have it, it's how many. Oh! It's Cyclone Summoner. Well, that's just as bad. Like, to be real, that's also terrible. And we're gonna wonder how many Cyclone Summoners they have. What does this make, a 6? A 6 that becomes a 7 next turn, we could double block. Okay.
The trees are mighty.
Well, we got rid of their Wren. They're still having their own mana trouble, and we're kind of moving. All right, that helps a lot. That helps a lot. Like, how do we get through this? I mean, we make big tree folk attack. That's huge. Clutch draw. Okay. How do we do this? We hit these lands. We play one of those. That's a 7. Brawl, baby, brawl. Two, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, they're not going to sweep the board, so we may as well get everything on the field. They chump with the Creeper, not the Cultivator. Kind of crazy. All right, squad. Don't cyclone me again. Okay. Okay. That puts Wren to 1. That puts Wren to dead. Okay. I told you it was always a question of how many, but if they had any of those earlier, what was this attack though? I got excited.
May bend,
Excited mages make silly plays, guys. Three straight epiphanies. I can't believe they didn't do that earlier in the game when they had the tree folk. Like, they've obviously had them in their hand for a while, unless the shuffler's so fine that they top decked 3 in a row. I really wish I'd left the Sentinel up. Like, their Cyclone Summoner play earlier convinced me they didn't have Epiphany, but really they had 3. Because we could have been picking off a bird this whole time, and, you know, a little incremental advantage can matter. They say go. So they have Hall of Storm Giants that they can power up. They might play counter magic. Let's just start leveling. If we put counter here and then pump it, it's not good enough. But I think we want to draw the card anyway. So let's put them to the test. If they want to trade off their birds for the wolf, that's fine. I think they most want to kill the pack later, so let's put a counter there. And it can gain trample. Also, if we draw Blizzard Brawl, we could Stone Rain them. Okay, they're going for Divide by 0, sure. Well, at least I think that's kind of better for me than them powering up the Hall of the Storm Giants. How do they use their birds? Chumpers. Just little chumpers. So we can play the 2 trolls, or we can get the trample damage through. I think we play the trolls. This kind of implies that they're digging for Cyclone Summoner. Okay, all that, and they were waiting on deluging. Okay. So, yeah, they're definitely trying to hit another summoner. How do we overcome the next summoner? More Ren and 7, perhaps? More Blizzard Brawls off the top? Well, I think if they had another summoner right now, they'd have just cast it. Okay. So if they play Cultivator here and play Conjuration to dig 6 more, then they have 14 life. So unless we find a way to give this thing trample, which we don't really have in the deck, I don't think we can finish the job. But we can send a lot of trample, actually. This can be a lot. They say go. They don't cast this, so they have another Divide by 0. Important to keep in mind when thinking about what to do with our mana. Yep. Alright, so they chump here. They take 9 potentially. Yeah. So we're not attacking with Sentinel. Max got Exhibition. I don't know if that's enough power and toughness to get you out of this. Put it on the trample. I'm okay with that. These were meant to be traded to make the mana. See what's on top? Ooh. Ain't that nice? So, if the Cyclone Summoner comes down, it bounces this too. So we may as well use it. Like, we can't make a 4/4 because we kept it on the battlefield or anything. Yeah, I don't think Mascot Exhibition's enough. You need something else. And then you have a tap land. That's not going to help you go Conjuration into Summoner. This has to be our toughest matchup, but the Ren and 7, I don't know, like the mid game was sus. I think I would have played it a lot differently than our opponent played it. All right, we definitely want to put mana into these. That's 8 mana, so we can power this up for 1. I mean, math is for blockers, guys, come on. Go on the trample. Uh-huh. Yeah, with the trample, it's definitely enough. Tough game, though. Even flooding out down the stretch, we just always still had plenty to do with our mana. Get him. Ow! Impressive. Like, I didn't think we were going to win that on the draw against a deck that can go bigger like this. I think they missed a few key land drops, and the middle of the game with the exchange of Ren and 7s, I think that if they just cast those Epiphanies with their Treefolk token in play and attacking, I probably lose. But they went with the Summoner instead. We top decked the Blizzard Brawl to kill it, and we were able to lean on them for the rest of the game because they couldn't replace the Summoner. Opponent goes first. Trend of the day. We've got the Field of Ruin. If we don't draw another forest, our hand is going to suck. But if we do draw the forest, our curve is just fine. It's just not on the play. We'll see how good our opponent can curve out. They have to think about their hand a bit, that or they went off to the bathroom. All right, they take a mulligan. I'm okay with that. Take another one. Give me... Mountain Go. Interesting. Courtesy tap. Oh, we're gonna go Gruul on Gruul. That's Tom Best. All right, let's. Oh, they're gonna make me sweat. They haven't fed me another forest yet. Let's go the larger wolf versus the smaller one. So, whenever it attacks, make mana. Whenever it becomes night, turn it into a 3/3. Pump your other wolves. Yeah, but you're not attacking, are ya? Okay, land off the top. Let's go. Our plan here is never attack. Just gum up the board. Make attacking hard for them. Make it so tough. Oh god, they're gonna make their attacks look great though. Blizzard Brawl. What a draw. So we can get down the Chariot. We can Blizzard Brawl. We can't Troll and Brawl, which is what we really want to do. Field of Ruin showing up again. We also need another Snowland. So I guess we save this until we're going to nuke the lair. Until we absolutely have to remove something. Wait, they get to flip tonight just because they have this, don't they? They do. Okay. So activate field, blow up lair, go get the third frost, the third Snowland. Opponent thinking big on this one. I'm also not attacking, I don't think. I could. Well, I guess if the opponent spends their turn on Ranger class, attack, put like 4 counters on here, they're behind in the race quite a bit, and we get to draw a card. Okay. I will attack. But yeah, we gotta get rid of this guy. What do they got? For 1 red? Are they holding priority or what? What happened there? All right, this attack is risky because we're gonna get counterattacked hard, but I think it's worth it. Okay, that's a lot of troll. I'm gonna need land. I kind of hope this troll dies. I hope they block it. I hope they kill it. All right, cool. Thank you. This is part of the reason I Blizzard Brawled the pack leader instead of the troll. I kind of wanted the troll dead. I didn't think they'd oblige, but they did. And the stick being play with fire, being this shock, that actually it all lined up really well for us. They're gonna get to flip to nighttime here, so I need to draw a land to double spell my way back out of it. Let's see where they put these +1/+1 counters. They've got to save this. They'll probably just put counters on both. No blocks. Top deck a land or a 2-mana spell. Good. Got there. So we can flip it back to day. Wrong land. Son of a... It had to be the Haven? Oh, it had to be the Haven. Now we can't flip it because we drew all 4 trolls. I can't make this up. All right. So somehow in our mono green deck, we're green bottlenecked. So we should make a point to play a troll every turn. We should level this. And we should attack with something. I can make something a 6, but we can double block it. All right. But yeah, we got to try to play defensive here. Stupid Faceless Haven. Don't worry, Faceless Haven will probably win me a game later. I get to be mad at Faceless Haven for a minute. All right, do you think they have another shock? I think we do the blocks anyway. We gotta get through this. And we can't just be chumping and taking damage. Remember, all of our trolls eventually come back and they make mana in the meantime, so them dying is totally cool. Level 3. Okay. I think they're trying to pull some wolves off the top of the library now. Another chariot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yay, we can troll and chariot now. Let's send in the pack leader. Yeah, their life total is slipping away as well, and the pack leader is not getting weaker. We could have put up like lethal threat. Right? Almost? No, not quite. If we could force a chump block there, it might have been worth it. And back to day, which makes their top deck wolves way less threatening. Yep, the trolls just value powered through the wolves. Sliding right into top 200 to start a season. Feels nice. All without going first. That is the hardest mode on Best of 1, but we've got a Sentinel here, and we've got a creature that we can play off of our colorless lands, which, you know, it's not my video if we don't draw colorless lands multiple times. We have to have like 2 colorless lands in most hands. I don't know how I do it, man. Just lucky, I guess. That's pretty rude. Rip pack leader. Valky, huh? Okay. I see you. We have to draw the troll. How could we not? All right, class. I could offer the trade, but I want the mana. Don't be too aggressive. The deck doesn't need to be. It just draws more cards than most of the other best of one decks as they're built right now. Which is probably a mistake, but most people aren't playing the new cards. I think other decks could grind with us if they really checked out some of their options, but most people aren't. So you have a land, right? Okay, the Brood Pit. So next turn we might get Dragoned, which would be really bad since we have Wrenn and 7 just sitting in our hand. Oh, man. Not a lot of counterplay to it either. We could be aggressive and level our Ranger class, which is a good use of mana. We could also make a token and get a tracker online. Yeah, I think we make the... We want to hit the land drop next turn, so I think we play the tracker. So, first let's attack with our wolf, since tracker can block. Man, maybe I just have to cut all these lands, but then who would show the party deck who's boss? "26 snow-covered forest, let's go." You guys can, like, you guys can agree, right? I can't make a video without, like, 4 colorless lands in my deck without having multiple games where I have 2 of them in my opening hand. And it's not like I'm recording for 6 hours to get this content. It's like, it just happens to me in my first 5 games every time. It's kind of insane. It's almost like the shuffler is rigged. Rigged specifically against me. Jund. I think there's a chance they have no basics. Maybe we should put it to the test. I thought about it, but I was sure. I'm like, nah, they must have some basics. Well, if they play a Goldspan Dragon here, we're way behind. If they don't, I probably feel fine. Arlen. These ain't wolves. This is just value time for the opponent, I guess. Land. Okay, so we run in 7, we make a 4/4, we play defense. I guess we can attack first with the tracker. If the opponent double blocks to get rid of it, that's pretty good for us. If they don't, we just use it to make mana. But then we also have no blockers for Wrenn other than the Tree Folk. And if they kill the Tree Folk, they just beat Wrenn to a pulp. So maybe that's not great, especially since we need Wrenn to draw land. So maybe we don't make a Tree Folk. Is that the right play? Make no Tree Folk? +4 land? Alright. Well, first let's attack with the tracker, which will probably shrink their board to some extent. Yeah, if they're just going to trade these off, that's probably fine. They might be afraid, though. Afraid of a trick. They are not afraid of a trick. They are afraid of a trick. Well, that's good, because we get to kill the 2 wolves. Which I think is right, because this is legendary, and they could just have another one. I guess they can power up Hive and attack for 6.
Come, 7.
That's not great, but it does tap them out. It does tap them out. Alright, well, if that's the case, I'm just going to make this Tree Folk. And we'll lose Ren to power up Hive anyway, but at least we have a Tree Folk that either eats their removal spell or eats one of their... or stays on the board. Poor Ren. These mid-range games are hard. Hard to figure out what to do. I once again need to get the troll onto the battlefield just for it to die.
Follow the enemy's scent. They're close.
I mean, they have the option, power up Hive, attack, win, but let's see what they do. This could be a 6/6 Goldspan Dragon. Take 3. Doesn't play the Hive, switches to Knight. Oh my. I'm kind of stunned. I'm very stunned. Alright, plus we got to keep Ren. What do they have in mind? It must be something powerful.
Every seed contains great potential.
Well, they have a 2/2, but we don't want to attack into it. Let's switch it back to day with 2 spells for sure. Too bad I can't field. And yeah, no attacks here. Just flip the Arlen back. Hold up, because right now any creature they play here has flash, so we don't want to walk into something stupid. We don't need to attack a lot to win. We can play value game. Value game is okay. They're gonna transform Valky into a pack leader with their mana. All right, that could have been worse. Man, do you guys remember mid-range Magic? Do you know what this is like at all? Man, like, for so long it was just like, and now I play Embercleave, or now I play Great Henge, and I can't lose. Oh my god. That is freaking enormous. Still not big enough though, is it? Like, I can Tree Folk it. Like, size matters so much in these matchups. Wait, that has reach? Is that the reaction? I'm telling you, like, Arlen's a fine card, but you probably want Ren and 7 in this deck too. And I can't tell if they have it or not. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But now we're down on our reach creature. Now Goldspan Dragon could get us, so we've got to try to leave the Sentinel around to protect Ren. Okay, all their stuff has flash again, and this time we can't flip it back. Could use the 0 to put down 2 tapped lands, but I don't think that's even remotely worth it. Hello? Alright, they must have a removal spell if they're really thinking about responding to this that way. Alright. So, if we level the classes and send the troll, they'll probably kill it. The 2/2s run into this, but we could put a counter on one of them, but they're probably going to flash in some kind of creature, so we don't really want to attack with anything that we're not willing to lose. I don't know if the hide... Like, layer is not important, so we're probably going to draw a card anyway and try to get the clue, but we could also hold up Field of Ruin at least for a minute. So the clue can come last. Auto Tapper, what you doing? What you doing there, huh? All right, let's see what they've got here for the troll. Okay, it's getting in there, maybe. Not a removal spell. Maybe another flash creature. Sure. LOL. Behold my lands. How do they block here? Like, they can absorb enough to keep Arlen alive and make it a 5/5 for a turn, but if all it's going to do is attack Ren... Okay. I mean, that's cool. Troll goes over here. I mean, do we use this field on the Hive, or do we play this pack leader? Oh! Look who's sneaky. Look who's sneaky. They answered the question for us. That is not something you see every day. So props for that. So Arlen now can make mana, which I'm sure they wanted to cast Tybalt with. Maybe they have the fourth one because the shuffler's that fine. But Arlen here can make mana, get them to 7, now 8, or it can swing in and kill Ren, which is probably what happens. We could absorb with a flurry of defense, of defensive measures, but then we literally have Ren and all land, which I don't know if that's going to cut it. Okay, opponent's going for the Valky. They want to draw a card here. But that does mean we get the pack leader back. Let's see if they go face or not. I will try to take out the pack leader because it gets me a pack leader to kill their pack leader. Oh my god. they super careful. Okay. So they're gonna attack like this. Arlen's going face, pack leader's going here, so they plan to pump the pack leader. If they plan to pump the pack leader, we can triple block and keep Ren, since we want to kill this anyway. But it's kind of trap. If they have if they use their mana on a removal spell instead, it's a blowout. I will risk it. They haven't shown me any instant speed removal, just creatures. Ren lives, and we get back our pack leader. So, we can make a 4/4. But, I mean, I kind of like having all this mana. Although the trample threat is going to kill the Arlen. So, yeah. Yeah. Good draw. I might zero these out. That's a lot of land. All right, this is going there. We know that. And then we can double spell to turn off nighttime. I never thought I'd do this, but I think it's correct. Let's get these on the field where they can help us win the game. And see what the opponent does about this. How did we end up with the better board after all that? Our opponent's doing nothing but casting Mythics. Well, there's another one. We knew eventually Goldspan would come for Ren. But now the opponent's behind in the race, and by a lot. Like, they're in trouble. They're in big trouble. Reckless Stormseeker, okay. They got a 4/5. How much pressure can we apply? And do we want to, like, power up the Hydra? I think we just attack with all of these. There is this, so we put a counter here and a counter here. And then we can play this, we can draw cards, we can activate, we can Field of Ruin. All right. I'll show you ramp. If the Stormseeker blocks a pack later, we pump it. Of course, they know how that works. They did it last turn. Right now, they're taking 11. 11. It's a lot. So there's a chump. Okay. Hit him hard. Hold up the Field of Ruin for that Hive of the Eye Tyrant if they dare to use it. I do kind of want to check for basic land. I've been thinking about it this whole time. Okay. If they put anything on the stack, I better just do it before they concede. Because I'm not saying I've definitely won here, but it's looking good. All right, they're not going to concede after playing that. It gets them a lot of blockers.
Humans and werewolves existed.
It's a pretty good card for the moment if you need to stay alive, but there's a lot of trample here too. They can't attack with a gold span. If they attack with a gold span, they're going to die. All right, let's draw. Try to find a Blizzard Brawl to end this. Another layer. Another land. Okay, hard mode. Reach for the Haven. We need 4 mana to activate Pack Leader. Pretty devastating attack here. It's going to force them to block with most everything. The Trampling Troll alone is lethal, the Werewolf Pack Leader adding to it. I don't know how they get out of it. They have Infernal Grasp. That's 2 life. Okay. Alright, guys. We're going. Now I know I don't have to use the Werewolf, but we're testing you for basic land. Do you have basics in your deck? Basics? I have to know. All right, they do. The unanswerable question has been answered. Now that we know that we don't need to hold up the mana, we can do this. 1, 1, 2. For some reason, Lair of Hydra math always gets me. All right, Goldspan can't get out of this alive. Actually, they're taking at least 4 no matter what, and then they take another 2 from the troll no matter what. They're dead. Whew. That felt like a slog. That was a cool game. Midrange Magic is back on the menu, boys. And we are back for the post-game wrap. And let's check the stats, powered by Untap.gg. Easy 5-0, 57 minutes with a mono green deck. Some of you might find that absolutely disgusting, but easy 5-0 here. I also played on my iPad, which my MTGA tracker here, Untap.gg, doesn't track. And I think I won like 9 or 10. It was either 9 or 10 games. I did lose 1. It was a classic, like you're on the draw and the opponent curve's amazing. But so far, the decks from Standard 2022, like Is It, Dragons, Mono White, and basically all of the things that were played in last format, especially the Green Mirror that doesn't have Ren in 7, easy. It's been easy. And you guys should update your green lists, and hopefully this gives you a place to try it out. Look, we were on the play only once. We were on the draw every other game. Easy. Kind of absurd. So yeah, this is the green update that you're looking for if you're into green. If you like drawing cards, getting value, and just having more stuff than the opponent at every turn and at every spot in the curve, which who doesn't like that? Maybe a sicko control mage like me who actually likes falling behind and the struggle of coming back. But if you just like being ahead on everything, this is the deck for you. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.